In this video, I want to give you my opinion on someone else's opinion. Here's the deal. We talk about neighborhoods a lot on this channel. I tell you my favorite neighborhoods, some of the most affordable neighborhoods in Denver, all those sorts of things. I've done all these videos and videos on specific neighborhoods. This time, I want to look at someone else's list of the best neighborhoods in Denver and give you my thoughts. 5280, which is a great local publication, published a list of the 25 best neighborhoods in Denver. They ranked the top 25. I'm going to go through that list in this video, all 25, and give you my thoughts, especially where they went wrong and those that I thought should be higher and that I thought should be lower. And of course, my rationale. It'll be rapid fire. It'll be fun. Run the intro. Okay, so if you don't know, Sam Newman, local Denver realtor. It is my goal to be your go-to real estate resource for anything in the Denver area. If you have any questions or really anything I can help you out with, please reach out. My contact info always below. So 5280 is a great resource for neighborhood information in general. If you want more information on a neighborhood and you're not finding it somewhere else, a lot of the time they'll have write-ups on kind of most of the neighborhoods in town. And this year they did a 25 best, top 25 neighborhoods, and they used a few different criteria to put that list together. They take the average home sale price, so real estate prices are a consideration. They take school rankings and crime data. And then they also include demographic information and something they call an X factor, which they don't really explain at all, but basically I'm assuming it just means, what's the X factor of this neighborhood? How cool is it? For example, Wash Park has an X factor rating of 9, and Southmore Park has an X factor rating of 5.5. Wash Park, obviously name brand, blue chip neighborhood, has the name recognition and the cachet. Southmore Park, very nice neighborhood, as nice, maybe even nicer, doesn't have those same things. So you kind of get where they're going there. So let's go through the list and take a look. These are going to be pretty quick, so keep up with me. Number 1, and no surprise, the aforementioned Washington Park. Wash Park as the number 1 neighborhood in Denver, personally don't agree. Very fine neighborhood, very centrally located, has so much going for it, which is why everybody loves it so much. But even 5280 has the median sale price in 2023 as over $1.6 million. And I actually just ran the numbers as of present day, and it's just a hair over $1.7 million median home sales price in 2023. Great neighborhood. Is it that great? I say no. $1.6 million for the middle of the road home. I've talked about this a lot on videos. Wash Park is great. Is it that great and that much greater than anything else? I say no. It's just gotten overinflated. To me, it's like Peter Luger's Steakhouse in New York City, widely considered the best steakhouse in America. They are aware of that ranking, and many think that for the last decade or so, they've rested on their laurels a bit, and it's not maintained that same level of quality and service. I'm not saying Wash Park has gotten worse. I'm just saying prices have gone up and up and up, and it's a little overinflated at this point. I would put it at 3 or 4. Number 2 on the list, Hilltop, similarly central, similar median home sales price, 1.6. I personally think Hilltop is a great neighborhood. It's quieter than Wash Park. It doesn't have the park, but I don't know, maybe it's my aging self that appreciates a quieter neighborhood these days. I have no problem with Hilltop at number 2. Great neighborhood and one of Denver's best. Number 3, Berkeley, just northwest of the Highlands, and really it's got that Tennyson Street Business District, which is the heart of Berkeley, and one of the best places to hang out, shop, whatever in all of Denver. It's on the west side of town. I get it. Median sales price much lower, $950,000. I don't know if I'd put it at number 3, but top 5 doesn't bug me. Number 4, West Highlands. Yes, all of the Highlands are some of the best places to live in Denver. Median sales price here, just under $1 million. Yeah, I'd probably flip this one in Berkeley, but I like it. They're kind of the same thing, splitting hairs. Number 5, Cherry Creek, way too low. This is, in my opinion, the best neighborhood in Denver. It's just, there are no holes in Cherry Creek's game. It's got everything. It's nice. It's got fancy. It's got some dives too, if you want that type of thing. The houses are amazing. It's some of the best lots and best real estate in Denver, best school system in Denver, and median home price, at least as of this writing, $1.5 million. Less than Wash Park, less than Hilltop. Many of the problems that can creep into other Denver neighborhoods where they just get a little run down, deferred maintenance, people hanging around that maybe you don't want on your front lawn, that doesn't happen in Cherry Creek. I don't know how, but it's just, everything's great, everything's clean, everything's nice, but without feeling overly sanitized, suburby, beige cookie cutter. It's nice, it's clean, it's got character, it's got charm. Best neighborhood in Denver, should be number 1. Number 6, University. Sure, South Central Denver. Denver. Median home price just under 800 grand, much lower cost of entry. Obviously has DU as a selling point. Close to everything. Love it. Sure. Number 7, Congress Park. This one should be a spot or two higher as well. Prime central Denver neighborhood. Doesn't have as much going on as some in the way of business, but in terms of livability, hell yeah. Congress Park, I'd put it even a spot or two higher. Number 8, Wash Park West. As with anything with Wash Park in the name, it is a bit overinflated. It is Wash Park's more affordable brother to the west. It's only going to cost you just over $1 million to get into the median home price here. Yeah, I'd put it a few spots lower. Number 9, Sloan's Lake. We're getting over to the west side. Love it here, close to the foothills. Amazing neighborhood with character and a lake. Can get into it for under $1 million. Median home price between 900 and $1 million. Love it. Belongs in the top 10. Number 10, Rosedale. Love that this made the top 10 because this, to me, Rosedale is the most underrated neighborhood in Denver now. Just south of Platt Park and adjacent to Wash Park as well. And you can get a lot of the same vibes without paying those prices. Again, compared to Wash Park, I don't mean to pick on it, but it's, it's just right there. Median home price over $1.6 million. In Rosedale, median home price about half that, $863,000. It's got a couple great parks. It's got stuff to do. It's got places to eat. Most underrated neighborhood in Denver. Get in before it's too late. Number 11, Southmore Park, Cherry Hills, more affordable neighborhood. Median home price here just over $2 million. Southmore Park is weird because it kind of flies under the radar and it's in the southern edge of Denver. It's kind of close to I-25. If you've been through it, Southmore Park is some of the most stunning real estate in all of Colorado. Again, it's quiet, it's subdued stunning, but it's amazing. Beautiful, beautiful community, sprawling estates. This ranking makes total sense to me. Number 12, Platt Park, also a marquee central Denver neighborhood. They got the median real estate price at just over $1 million. Again, you can get into Rosedale, which is basically connected to Platt Park for a few hundred grand less, but Platt Park is really a great neighborhood. That old South Pearl shopping district, second to none. Could even be a couple spots higher. Number 13, Highland, the main Highlands neighborhood. Everything I said about West Highland applies here too. This also includes Low-High, which is one of the best places to hang out and dine in Denver. Yes, yes, yes. Number 14, City Park. Finally, the east side of town getting a little love. City Park, great neighborhood. Very small though. Mostly the park, which no one lives in. Well, I'd say no one, but mostly the park. Median home price, $814,000. City Park, great neighborhood. Plus the population is 3,300, just over that of City Park. How many neighborhoods of that population have a golf course, a zoo, and a museum of nature and science? Number 15, Regis. It's up there on the northwest. I don't really know what the big draws to Regis are. It's got a golf course, but at 15, we're probably 10, 12 spots too high. Number 16, Lowry. Lowry's great. Used to be the Air Force Base, and it's big. So there's a few different parts of Lowry, but we're just putting Lowry, this Lowry field, we're just putting Lowry all together. Median home price, $700,000. So it's somewhat accessible by Denver standards. Great neighborhood, could even be a few spots higher. I know I keep saying that. I'm sorry. I love our city. Number 17, Green Valley Ranch, way the heck out there by the airport. The only reason this is a Denver neighborhood is because of the gerrymandering that happened when the airport was built. The big draw for GVR is the median home price, $519,000, much more affordable than so many of these other neighborhoods. Affordability is great, but beyond that, I don't know what else I could say for the positive. It shouldn't even be part of Denver. For me, wouldn't make the list. Number 18, Sunnyside. Surprised this is so low. It's got all the positives of the Highlands neighborhood, just a little bit farther out there. Median home price just under $900,000. Sunnyside, ain't mad at you. Number 19, Indian Creek. Again, much lower median home price, $455,000. The reason is because it's a lot of condos. Indian Creek's one of the few places where you can get a high concentration of condos that's not downtown or Cap Hill, the most central areas. Indian Creek a little farther out. It doesn't really have much of an identity. I don't know if I'd put it in the top 25, and if so, I'd put it a little bit lower than the list has it right now. But great place to consider buying if you're getting your first place. Number 20 is 5 Points. 5 Points, this includes what we know as Rhino as well. So between 5 Points and Rhino, there is a lot going on there. There's been a ton done to it in the last 10, 15 years. It's probably the hippest area of town, whether that's good for you or bad. I'm surprised the list has it this low, considering their X Factor score for it is 9.5. That's like the highest they give anything. Real estate prices are tough. Now, the median price is only $733,000, but consider that's mostly condos and other attached properties. So I'm guessing that's one of the reasons 5280 ranked this sucker lower. I can't necessarily disagree. For me, it might go a few spots higher, but 5 Points in Rhino still working out its identity. Number 21, South Park Hill, way too low. Median home price pretty high, $959,000, but to me, South Park Hill is one of Denver's core wonderful neighborhoods. Beautiful houses, varied architecture, big parkways to drive on, to walk through, great walking neighborhood. Maybe I'm biased because I lived in Park Hill for years, even though I lived in North Park Hill, where it's a little more affordable. But I spent a lot of time in South Park Hill. It's just a great neighborhood. To me, Wash Park, Platt Park, Highlands, right below that, Park Hill. This one should be like 10 spots higher. Number 22, Cole, across Colorado Boulevard from Park Hill. Cheaper to get into, median home price in the 700,000s, closer to downtown, historic Denver neighborhood. Yeah, this is about where I'd rank it. Number 23, North Park Hill. Everything I said about South Park Hill applies here as well. A bit more affordable, great neighborhood. Number 24, Central Park, formerly known as Stapleton. A lot of people love Central Park. There's a lot of families who live there. Newer, used to be the airport. A lot of homes without yards. Some of them have yards. Overall, a good place to live if you're not looking for nightlife. And number 25, Jefferson Park, close to downtown, just on the west side there. A lot of cool newer builds in Jefferson Park, close to a lot of things. One of the more underrated central Denver neighborhoods, in my opinion. That is the list, and I would not be a proper YouTuber if I didn't ask you to weigh in with your thoughts below. And like I said, if I can do anything for you, if I can be your go-to real estate resource or just a real estate resource based on this or anything else I talk about on this channel, please do let me know. I don't bite. Otherwise, love you.